Father's coming home with the crabs. It's actually called South Australia, and there's lots of heaving and hauling in this particular song. So if you feel like heaving and hauling with me, please do so. Boy, do you remember when those mighty sailing vessels sailed right up the Lehigh River and anchored right here in downtown Bethlehem? Because Bethlehem at that time was a mighty seaport. And vessels from all over the world came and anchored right here in Bethlehem. Some of these sailing ships had been to the Arctic waters, where they got whale oil, blubber, beaver pelts. They also got seal skins, had them in barrels, and they unloaded them at the warehouses right here at Dockside, Bethlehem. Some of them had been to the Orient, to Far Cafe, where they got cargoes of silks, spices, jewels, and they would unload them right at the dockside as well. Some of them had been to strange American places and got really strange things like socially communicable diseases. And they unloaded them at the dockside as well. But I'm going to bring you back to those days of yesteryear when we had that kind of thing. It ended in 2022, I believe. So this song is one of the sea shanties, one of the work songs that they would do on board the ship when they were coming into port. The song is called South Australia. So if you feel like heaving and hauling, just go right ahead. Careful where you heave, though. In South Australia I was born, heave away to me, haul away. In South Australia round Cape Horn, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king, heave away to me, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. As I rode out one morning fair, heave away to me, haul away. 'Twas there I met Miss Nancy Blair, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king, heave away to me, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. I shook her up, I shook her down, heave away to me, haul away. I shook her round and round the town, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king, heave away to me, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. There is but one thing grieves my mind, heave away to me, haul away. To leave Miss Nancy Blair behind, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king, heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. In South Australia Skylab fell, heave away to me, haul away. 15 billion shot to hell, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king, heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. Now, Cape Cod boys, don't use no sleds, heave away to me, haul away. The slide down hills and codfish heads, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king, heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. And Cape Cod girls don't use no combs, heave away to me, haul away. They comb their hair with codfish bones, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king, heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. And now you're all up and around Cape Horn, heave away, haul away. You wish to God you'd never been born, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king, heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia.